Hello and welcome. This is a quick overview and rundown of how the Translink Configurator program works. This program is generally used when the installer installs the product at the customer's site. They use this to set the IP address for the customer's network and to load in the CBus group address names. The first thing they normally do is scan for translinks, find out what the IP address of the unconfigured translink is and set an IP address, port, mask, gateway, etc. In my instance, I've already got one set up on this IP address and this port, so I'll just connect. Down here it shows the communication between the Translink and the configurator program. It also shows CBus information, so if I turn a light off or on, you can see it shows the CBus information coming through, so that will verify that the CBus is communicating. The first thing you need to do is set the application addresses that you are using. In my instance, I'm using 38 and 37 hex for the lighting applications. Bridges are also supported. One bridge is supported for getting the status on the far side of the bridge. Multiple bridges will work, but only one bridge is enabled for getting the status at power up. You can have 3 email triggers which will send out emails on group address changes. In this instance, when group address 3 changes on application 37 hex turns on, it will send out an email on to the network. Things like tank full, doorbell pressed, gate open, simple things like that. The main use of this program is to load up the labels onto the group addresses so that it is easy for the user of the iPad application or iPhone application to use. The simplest way is to load up the toolkit file and send that to the Translink. You can, if you want to, on an individual basis, set individual names and send them to the controller. Or in this instance, if I load a toolkit file and say I want to load 37 hex, it shows here the various group addresses in there. So I might say I want to be able them to turn the irrigation on the road lawn and the front trees and the front lawn, and then I upload those names to the selected Translink. There's an option here to see what's already in the Translink, so I could go to, so in this case, 37, get all the ones that are loaded in, and currently all these ones are loaded in the Translink, all these labels. In the level section, there's some options to send some ramp commands and group address commands and trigger commands for testing, but there's also an option here for getting the current status. So we can go to 37, get all. This shows the current status of those groups so that you can verify if they're correct. The only other thing that may be used is the update program. This is used for updating the firmware. The firmware is user updatable via the special programming lead, but this will be a rare event, and generally all the configuration that is required is done with the configuration program. So I hope that gives you a brief overview of how the configurator program works, and I'll try and generate a video that shows how the iPad and iPhone applications work. Thank you very much.